Baby, this child done took a doggone baseball bat and she's outside bashing the car windows out of Randall's car. Welcome back to My Twisted Life of Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for This Is Us Season 2, Episode 18, Season Finale, Recap and Review, The Wedding. You know it, y'all. That doggone lighting ain't right. Hold on a second. Hope that's a little bit better. Hope that a little tad bit squishy there. All right, y'all. So, we start this off with a wedding. And I thought at first that this was Kate and Toby's wedding that we were starting off with. But then we see Becca walking down the aisle. And I was like, wait a minute, I cannot imagine that this is Becca and Miguel's wedding because everybody seems so extra happy at this doggone wedding. Plus, the big three, they old. Tess and Annie around. I'm like, wait a minute. When did this happen? So, then we see Jack. All grayed out in the face and the hair. Old man wrinkles just lying in his eyes. And especially when he smiled. And then I was like, wait a minute. He watching Becca walk down the aisle. They about to renew their 40th wedding vows. I was like, wait a doggone minute. I stopped watching. I literally turned off the TV screen and screamed at my daughter like, what the hell are they doing to us right now? What are they trying to do to us? Because we know doggone well that they never made it to their 40th wedding anniversary for them to have a wedding renewal. I'm like, kids were 17. They hadn't been married in doggone long. So, Kate, she's standing around watching the vendors set up for the wedding. They back at the family cabin. Remember, they had their cabin. And Toby is like, you know, I know this place is bringing back memories for you, but I just don't need you to be a runaway bride for me. Kate does seem a little bit off-putting, you know. She wants to have her dad's urn sitting by the guest book where people sign their names, and she wants to wear his favorite Daytona t-shirt as her something old. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of strange, Kate, but okay. But Toby's like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Whatever you want, you're going to get. This is your wedding. You're going to have a perfect day for you. So Kevin walk up, and he on the phone fussing about the gift bags not being ready. You better get this done, and Toby stuff and the wine and this and other. And I realized he talking to Randall. I'm like, how the heck did these two crazy fools become the doggone wedding coordinators? Like, Lord have mercy, this is going to be a mess. So Toby is off. He got to go pick up his parents, his feuding divorced parents at that, you know. Apparently, Daddy wants Mama to get married to her new boo that they've been together with for some years, so he can finally be relieved of paying her alimony. I don't know why I didn't apply for alimony when I got divorced. I didn't even think about that. I should apply for alimony. Anyway, Kate starts to flashback on moments with her dad. Yeah. She's having those reservations about having the wedding at the cabin. So she asked Kevin, you know, you think Daddy gonna be okay with this? And Kevin reassures her, you know what? He would have loved every moment of this. So don't worry about that. Daddy is gonna be fine. So Randall, he at home still, stressing about how to get those doggone gift bags together. His stress level's on 10. He said it's been a hectic week around here. So I'm like, okay, so what the hell happened with Shauna? Y'all just gonna leave us hanging like that? Well, Deja walks in. Beth's trying to make small talk with her about her sister Zoe. She's going to be the wedding photographer. And we finally get to meet some of Beth's family. I'm like, hey, I like this. But Deja gives her the cold shoulder. I'm like, okay, so we back at this again. We back her again. Well, Randall asked Deja if she's packed it. She said, I can't believe we're going to this old dumbass wedding in the woods anyway. And walks away. I'm like, little girl, watch your damn mouth. Watch your damn mouth. Again, I'm saying, are we back at this again with this fucking attitude? And they trying to be delicate, and they just letting her be belligerent and say and do whatever because, you know, she just went through a trying period. We hear her again. Beth is like, damn, she mean. Okay, so I'm like, okay, y'all, how long are we gonna let this go on? How long are we gonna let this go on? Well, apparently, she's definitely in their care again. At some point, y'all gonna have to start acting like parents instead of like disconnected friends. At some point, I hate that they rushed through the Shauna situation though, because I really would have liked to see what happened. with Deja. I really wanted to see that, but I understand this is the season finale. Well, apparently they've been to court. They went to court, and at court, Shauna told the judge she wanted to give up all parental rights to Deja. Shauna girl. Y'all just don't know how that made me mad. Y'all just don't. Y'all understand. Y'all watch me. Y'all understand how I feel about this show. Y'all understood how I felt about that doggone situation last week. Shauna. That would piss me off as a child too. That would piss me off, period. As an adult watching the doggone show, I'm pissed off about that. So I understand. Deja has some frustration. She's infuriated. And I know they got to be weary of her feelings right now. She touch and go right now. But again, how long are we going to keep pretending like she's not being disrespectful? How long are we going to keep pretending that? So anyway, Randall and Beth, they play this little game called Worst Case Scenarios. And they come up with the worst case scenario for Deja. And they was like, I forgot what the first one they said, but basically Deja and Tess gonna end up on a pole dance for some strings for some change at the end. It was funny and crazy at the same doggone time. Well, anyway, Becca, she's kind of leery of what to wear to the wedding. She said she doesn't want to outshine or outdo Kate. They kind of always been in this competition between each other. And she said, in addition to that, she already feels that she's going to be the constant reminder that Jack isn't there. Like, she was the one, Kate lost her dad, and she just happened to get stuck with Becca as the parent. And Miguel is like, look, right now, if anybody should be tripping off of Jack being gone, they're going to do so because I'm there, kind of like I'm in his place. So don't worry about you. I'm the real big issue here. So Randall gets to the cabin finally with Beth and the girls, like they stayed at the hotel. And Kev asked about Deja, like, what's up? How's she doing? And Randall said that little Russell Crowe, she being belligerent as ever. So they recognize it, but they don't want to address it at this point. So from the inside of the cabin, Kate screams out. She can't find that damn Daytona t-shirt. And she was gonna pin it to the outside of her dress. And she's like, that's weird, right? That's weird, right? And they're like, no, it's not weird. Yes, girl, that was weird. That is weird as crazy as heck. I've seen people take pieces of something and stitch it to their garter or tie it inside, but you want to pin the whole doggone shirt to your dress unless you was finna sew it into the train. I'm like, yeah, that's weird, honey. But okay. So they head out the room to go call Toby to find out what happened with the shirt, right? Make sure he packed it. Meanwhile, Toby is on the car ride from hell with his parents. They about to bickering about the mom's boyfriend and why she won't hear him get married so she can get out of his pockets. And then Toby get on the line, and damn it, Toby forgot the damn t-shirt. He really did forget to pack that doggone shirt. Kate is gonna freak out. Well, he says he gonna get it. He gonna do everything in his power to get that shirt. And his mom is like, it's just a shirt. Listen to what the brothers were saying. Ain't no biggies, no worries. But he know that's a big deal. It's not just a shirt. But Randall and Kevin are back at home or back at the cabin trying to convince Kate the same thing, that it's just a shirt. They'll find some other stuff that's around the cabin, round it up, and they're going to use that, that she could have something that she could take down with her of dad. And she seemed to be okay with that, but Kate, we know how Kate is. She's not okay with that. So Jack and Becca's a renewal that never happened. Jack tells us about how lucky he is to have Becca in his life. They were able to finally start that dream of the big three homes, and how happy he was to have Becca right by his side this entire time. And back at the cabin, they're still setting up the wedding. It's only 9 hours left to go. Randall and the girls pulls up, and Deja steps out and complaining about how the place looked like a damn dump. And Tess and Annie run off because they see their Aunt Zoe. I'm like, hey. I'm a little confused, though, because social media was saying that Zoe was Beth's cousin, not her sister, because that would make the aunt. But y'all know how black kids do. Black people, we mess our kids up. Like, y'all know my aunt that I was taking care of that passed away. She was not my aunt, y'all. She was really my cousin. She really was my mama's cousin. She was my grandmama's cousin, so she was a cousin. She was not my aunt, but because of how old she was, I called her my aunt. And then I have a cousin named Marvin. Marvin tells everybody that, he tells my daughter that he's her uncle. No, he's cousin. And then my sister, my auntie has a daughter. And my sister calls my auntie's daughter her niece. No, that's your cousin too. We in black people, we do this to our kids. We have our kids all jacked up in the head. But yeah, so that's the same thing that's going on in this situation, right? So Zoe, is she Beth's sister or she a cousin? She is the cousin, y'all. And y'all know she was actually one of my favorite actresses. She used to play on the TV show Dark Matter, which got canceled. I'm so pissed about Dark Matter being canceled. It was a good doggone show. She played a girl named Nyx on that show. She was a badass superhuman, baby. She was bad as a mug until she was a kid, you know. I was so pissed they canceled the show. The writers of Stargate, they actually wanted to pick it up and carry it over and do a crossover with SG-1, but it fell through. And I'm like, But if y'all have not seen Dark Matter, y'all should go see Dark Matter. She was Nyx on the show. She wasn't on season 1. She came in season 2, kicking ass. Nyx was off the chain. If you never seen it, you should watch it. Okay, so Randall and Kevin, they got like a table full of junk, hoping that Kate can pick something off this table full of junk that she would like. I mean, they got baseball bats and wrenches and light sockets and stuff. I'm like, what the heck? No, but she don't stick this stuff at. Kate said, though, she got another idea. So, she gonna leave. And everybody like, where you going? The wedding's about to start in a few minutes. Mom is about to show up with the bridesmaid. She got your dress in hand. Kate is like, no, I gotta go do this. Deuces, right? I'm out of here. So Morgan came in like, hey, girl, hey, it's time to get turned up. Let's get lit. And she confused as hell as why Kate is gone too. Well, Kate went over to the ice cream parlor that her and Jack used to visit all the doggone time. It's not the same place that it used to be. She was gonna try to get his favorite ice cream to have with the wedding cake, so that way she could have had her something old. And yeah, they don't carry the flavor no more. So she leaves feeling really defeated and broken. And I'm like, her wedding day is off to a rocket start. So at Jack and Becca's reception, Becca is at the mic, and she reminds us of the voice that Mandy Moore has. I always liked the way that she could sing. And at this point, I'm thinking, this make-believe wedding that we're watching of Jack and Becca is all a figment of Kate's imagination. And I got this just based on the way that Kate looked at Jack as her mom was singing. Randall and Kev, they learned from Becca that Kate still ain't came back. She ain't back at all. She ain't answering her calls. So they opt to go on a little search for it again. Morgan come in like, hey, I'm her bridesmaid, so I should go search too. Randall's like, you ain't her doggone bridesmaid. She ain't got one. She was like, I know she said it, but she didn't beat it. You know, he's like, this girl is crazy cuckoo right here. And Kevin said, I know, right? Please don't let me sleep with her. I guess he sleep with all crazy cuckoo girls. And so, Beth is updating Zoe on the adoption process. And she's like, this kid is mad all the time. So Zoe offers to speak to her. She feels like she can make a connection with her because she said she was an angry child too. And maybe she'll connect with her. So Randall and Kev, they miss Kate at the ice cream party, but they got them some doggone Nutella chip ice cream. Nutella is nasty as heck to me. I can't even imagine it in the ice cream. On their drive to nowhere, they play Randall's little game of worst case scenario. They got all morbid and hopeless. I'm like, geez, y'all went hard in the paint for this doggone game. Kevin is like, I don't feel better. Like, they're supposed to make them feel better once they get all that stuff out. They didn't feel better at all. They started placing blame on themselves for not being there for Kate and letting her fall to the wayside. So back at the cabin, Zoe roll up on Deja and she like, look, she tried to start some small talk with her, and Deja's like, look, you don't have to talk to me. You Tess and Annie's auntie, you ain't mine. And she said, well, I'm really their cousin, you know. My mama dropped me off at Beth's mama house too back in the day when I was like 6 or 7. Said she was gonna be back in a few hours, and they never came back yet. So you know how we black people do. She really her cousins. They just raised like sisters. So they just say, girl, you can stop now. I already know where you're trying to go with this. I don't care that my mama left me. Yeah, you do, baby girl. You care. You care. Well, Zoe say, well, you know what? That's amazing because I cared. I was mad at the world. And she said, she walked out on me. I made sure to make everybody else that was around me lives a living hell. Until one day I forgot to be mad. Found myself laughing and having a good time. And I learned that it was not worth hating the people that loved me. So Toby is getting dressed, practicing his vows, and his parents come in. He unfortunately couldn't get the t-shirt. He tried to get somebody to ship it there. And his parents like, hey, you know what? We got concerns about you being with Kate. She needy. She needy as I don't know what. They concerned that like he walking on eggshells around her, just trying not to set her off every chance he gets. And he does. He really does. Let's be honest here. We don't like to hear that about Kate, but truth be told, he walks around eggshells on her, trying not to break up. He coddles her a lot, especially in regards when it comes to Jack. But I don't think it's fair that they were comparing her to Josie. Remember the one who like dog walked the shit out of Toby? Yeah, I didn't think that was a fair comparison though. But Pops is like, you know what? I felt some kind of way about your first wife and I didn't say nothing. So I'm not going to shut up this time. I'm going to express exactly what the heck I'm thinking. And Mom is like, I just want you to think about how you felt after you and Josie broke up. You was depressed. Couldn't work, you know, things fell apart. We don't want you to get back to that point in life. And Toby's like, you know what? All my life, I wanted to see you two agree on something. One thing all my life. And the one thing y'all end up agreeing on is that I shouldn't marry the woman that I love. She is not Josie. I know she's dealing with a little bit issues of her own, but she's not unstable. And I beg to differ just a little bit about that instability, you know what I'm saying? But I know where you're getting at, Toby. And she's like, no, he's saying, you know, this is what's going to happen. You two, y'all going to go downstairs, y'all going to go agree on something else. You're going to agree that you made a mistake coming up here, talking to me about this. You're going to show up at the wedding with bells and whistles on and be happy for me, or you're going to go. That's all you're going to have to do. That's your two choices that you got there. So Kate finally calls Becca and Becca's like, hey, what's going on? Where you at? She don't tell her where she at, but she starts to explain to her about the wedding that Becca and Jack have been having. And it come to find out it's been a dream that Kate's been having for the past week now. Becca says that, you know, the weddings bring up a lot of emotions and feelings, but I bet Toby was in the dream just making you like, I'm just saying what he do right now. And Kate is like, wait a minute, Toby wasn't in my dream. What the heck is going on? What you mean? Was he supposed to be in my dreams, right? You know, so she panicking a little bit. Kate said, no, I was just saying that he ain't got to be there, you know what I'm saying, like that. So, yeah, she doesn't tell her mom where she at. She just ends the call. But at some point, she's looking like, dang, he wasn't in my dream. Like, I'm dreaming my future, and he wasn't there. So Kate pulls over in the woods at the big tree that she ran off to when she was younger, maybe a different tree, but I think it's the same tree because Randall and Kevin end up finding her later. Well, anyway, she has the urn, and she sits down next to her, and I don't know why. She said to Jack, I don't know why Toby's not in my dreams, because he's in my reality. He is the perfect person for me. I know that without a doubt. So she tells Jack, you know, like, I'm grown up now. I've always thought I needed you for protection. I kept holding on to that for some reason. But now I realize it's time for me to let go. It's time for me to make space for Toby in my life. So she opens up the urn. And I hope this wasn't the show's way of saying that we, as the viewers, needed to let go of Jack. Because I'm not doing it. I'm not. I refuse to. I'm not letting Jack go right now. So anyway, she goes down the road. Her brothers are down there waiting on her. And Kate did it. She finally let go of her dad's ashes. And now Randall and Kate feel like they done did something. Like, hey, we didn't feel her after all. We the best bros out here. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So we go back to the wedding. And evidently the talk with Zoe and Deja did some good. She all prepped and looked cute, dressed in some lip gloss. She ready to go celebrate the nuptials with the family. And Zoe was like, look, she may not dance, but she still may utter at least some nice words. Well, Becca comes in and sees Kate in her gown, which was pretty cute. It was pretty cute. I wish they would have done something more with her hair, though, like a little updo or something, yeah, like a little princess. But Kate and Becca finally have their real moment finally. And I'm thinking maybe Kate not so unstable after all. Maybe she has grown. Maybe Toby was what helped her find her balance. And then they finally say their I do's. And even though the wedding is not exactly as she had expected, Jack is still with her. You know what I'm saying? So at the reception, everyone's singing and dancing, and Beth and Randall, they so happy. Deja has finally dialed down the attitude a little bit, and Toby mom come over to the girls and say, hey, Tess and Annie, you look just like your doggone mama, but Deja, you look like your daddy. You got your daddy's genes. And that did it. Oh my God, that did it again. You saw it in Deja's face. She looked over at Randall and Beth, and they was toasting her up, and she looked like, this ain't my damn daddy. That's the look she had on her face. So anyway, Kevin gives his little toast, and he gives a toast to Kate, and he finally recognizes that they have been waiting to exhale. That's pretty much what's been going on. Waiting to exhale since Jack died. So he wanted them at that moment, all four of them, to take a deep breath together and let go together. Was I the only one that was inhaling and exhaling with them when they was taking the breaths? I was like, I still ain't ready to let go of Jack though. Even though I exhale with them, I'm still not ready to release. Okay, then Randall gets his toast, you know. He says, you know, we have no control over where we will end up from a year from now. We don't even know where we're going to be at a year from now. And then they pan to a scene on a plane. The plane is about to land in Saigon. We see Kevin and Zoe is laying on his shoulder. And I'm like, wait a minute. They say Saigon? Vietnam? That's where they finna land? And Kevin is looking at the picture of Zach. No, not of Zach. He's looking at the picture of Jack. Why I say Zach? Of Jack and Nikki. And I'm like, is he finna go see Nikki's burial or something like that? Like, why are they going to Saigon? And why are they together? Because then Kevin turns over and kisses Zoe on the forehead, and then she looks up at him all lovely. I was like, wait a damn minute, they together? Now, Randall said in a year from now, we do not know where we're going to end up. And y'all know that every season starts off on their birthday. So this is a year later. Now, Kevin and Zoe are an item. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Okay. I wasn't ready for this one. How Beth feel about that? Okay, so y'all do know that the show come back on in 6 months. Be ready for it. 6 months from now. So Kev and Zoe are now a couple. Well, damn. Kate comes in the room. She's still with Toby, thank goodness. And she sit down on the bed next to him and say, you know, I spoke with the doc and they're gonna try to adjust your meds. What the hell is wrong with Toby? He looks like he is depressed and defeated. Like, what's going on? We already dealt with him and a heart attack. I can't take this type of pressure. What the hell is going on with Toby? Why does he look so down and defeated? I'm not understanding. Well, anyway, as Randall was giving his speech, Tess and Annie noticed that Deja wasn't around, and they look around for a second, but they didn't go try to look for her. Baby, this child done took a doggone baseball bat and she's outside bashing the car windows out of Randall's car. I'm like, what in the entire hell? I'm sorry. I need a counselor to explain this behavior to me. I don't understand this displaced anger. I don't think Deja's gonna be with them next year. Because they didn't show Deja a year from now. They showed Deja in the present beating the hell out of that car. I don't know. The next thing that we show as far as them, we see old man Randall and Tess. Remember they was having their lunch dates? You know, as he got older, they was meeting up for lunch every day. And Randall says to Tess, like, it's time, we got to go see her. And Tess say, I'm not ready. And Randall say, me neither. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck, what has happened? Because the next thing they need, they're paying over to Beth. Did something happen to Beth? I know it's years later. Maybe she's just sick and shut in. Maybe she's just sick and shut in. Because I'm thinking she better not be dead. Jack, William, and now Beth too. She better be just sick and shut in. That's all I can take. This show is gonna give me a heart attack. I swear for goodness. Well, after the toast, everybody's at the reception dancing again. Again, they pan on Kevin and Zoe looking lovingly into each other's eyes on the plane. They pan again on Toby depressed in the bed. They show Beth dancing with the Tess and Annie. They show Kate dancing with Miguel. Becca is just standing around looking, you know what I'm saying? Toby hugs his parents. I think his parents are going to join the new season. I think they're supposed to be regulars as of season 3. They don't show Deja. They don't. Lord child, that's the end of season 2. That was the season finale of This Is Us, The Wedding. Woo! Like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so when we come back for season 3, you will be notified off the top that video is back up and in effect, y'all. Let me know exactly what y'all thought about this whole episode, especially the ending. If y'all got any insight for me as far as like this displaced anger that Deja is expressing, Break that down for me in the comment section. The hookup with Zoe and Kevin. Was y'all ready for that? Was y'all expecting that? I mean, you know how we already been saying that Kevin has been racist this whole time, these past 2 seasons, and now he hooking up with a sister. And how does Beth feel about this hookup? Because you know Kevin and Beth ain't all the way tight like that, you know. Do you think Deja's still gonna be with them next year? Do you think? And what the hell is going on with Toby? Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Maybe he wasn't a stable one. Maybe he was the unstable one. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for sitting here with me for season 2 of This Is Us. Peace.